Three, two, one.
Craig joined.
Now recording.
Welcome back to the Fight for Liberty podcast. I'm your host, JJ, and today I will be hosting alongside my delightful co host, Alfie.
Hey,
How are you
how you
doing
doing?
today, Alfie? I'm doing good. How are you?
Um, doing all right. Just got off of work, ready to fight for liberty.
Oh, yeah. That's the name of the game. I see what you did there. Any news from last time? No? Nobody wrote in, I don't think.
No,
Still.
we await our first.
You guys are breaking our hearts.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, you need to start writing in if you're listening to this right now. If you're not, I don't know. You're not listening to it, so you can't hear me. um.
Maybe it'll just come to you. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yes.
You
You
just
never
get a
know.
feeling.
If you're not listening to it, maybe one of your friends who is listening will tell you, and you'll write in without. Actually, I urge you to write in without having heard the podcast because that would be entertaining.
Yeah,
Reading messages from
that'd be interesting.
non-viewers. That would be really interesting. Who have no idea what the podcast is about. All right. Let's get into this first article, shall we? This comes from BBC News. Trump says he was, quote, not threatening death, end quote, to Democrats over video to troops. A little bit of context. The article might also explain context, but just to say it now, I believe Trump either posted a video or made a statement that kind of. Oh, he made a social media post accusing the Democrats of behavior punishable by death, which caused a lot of uproar because it's like, okay, you can't just kill people, Trump. That's not how it works.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. So he made a statement clarifying that he was not threatening death. That was not his intention. If I had to guess before reading this article, he probably meant it in a more joking manner. He has a history of that.
Yeah, it's
Just to take a guess before reading the article, obviously. This article will
yeah.
probably explain, but that's just my guess so far. Okay, it says U.S. President Donald Trump has sought to clarify that he was, quote, not threatening death against Democratic lawmakers who released a video urging military members to refuse unlawful commands. His remarks to Fox News on Friday came after bipartisan condemnation of Trump's earlier social media post accusing the Democrats of, quote, seditious, oh my gosh, behavior punishable by
Wait,
death. What is that word?
where are you? Hold on. Seditious.
Seditious. My apologies to our viewers for that terrible mispronunciation. Punishable by death. The 6 lawmakers, all of whom have served in the military or intelligence community, called Trump's remarks dangerous and said they were amounted by threats against elected officials. The row comes amid heightened concerns about politically motivated attacks in the U.S. following a rise in instances of violence against political figures, as we know. In all capitals, quote, lock them up, question mark, end quote, he asked in one post on his social media platform, Truth Social, on Thursday, before sharing someone else's post that read, quote, in all capitals again, hang them, George Washington would, end quote. Okay, so I can understand why there would be some uproar about that.
Yeah, it's probably not the best thing to say.
Yeah, okay. Especially as, the leader of the country. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, he needs some more PR training.
Yeah.
Following his social media
It's hard.
post- go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's tough having a president that like jokes a lot, a little too much for
His
being the president of the
his
United States.
his digital footprint is insane.
Yeah, this is gonna be a long 4 years.
Yes. Someone lock up his phone. He can keep being president. Just don't let him on Twitter. Or X or Truth Social, whatever he's posting on. I think it's Truth Social, which is his own. So it's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? Kick him out of his own social media platform? uh, Following his social media posts, Trump told Fox News in a radio interview on Friday, "quote I'm not threatening death, but I think they are in serious trouble." If you look at it, there's a very strong form of being a traitor. It's terrible to say, I must tell you. So he's basically saying that if these people are refusing orders, they're a traitor. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I think that it was specifically referencing what he was responding to was specifically referencing unlawful orders. Not sure what that was in regard to.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. I'm assuming maybe it has to do with ICE or National Guard. I don't
Probably,
know.
yeah, something along those lines.
Well, even then, I would want to look more into what they were talking about, even further than that.
Yeah, what do they mean by unlawful? Is it really
Because
unlawful?
if you're here legally, they have a right. The government has a right to deport you.
Exactly.
And for National Guard, I don't know all of the rules and like how far you can go with National Guard, but with the cities that uh had like rampant crime, uh that he did deploy National Guard to. I think it was just DC where he like successfully did it, and it did have a a significant decrease in crime after he did it.
I think
Um,
Portland was pretty successful as well. And I want to say there was a
did
third
he
town
did he
as
make
well.
it through to Portland, or
He
did they
did.
just like resist? Because I know,
They resisted a lot, but I do believe it cut down on crime a little bit. Probably because they were all protesting, but I think that the crime went down a little bit. I'm
yeah,
not sure. I don't think it was as successful as DC, but it indeed happened. He did deploy troops. And I believe a
yeah.
third city as well, but I can't remember if that
I know
actually
there were
happened.
a few that they were talking about. I know like they brought Memphis up, Chicago, but I
It may
think
have
all of
been
the
Chicago that we had boots on the ground there as well. I think Chicago, Portland, and DC
I don't
were the
remember.
three that people were actually deployed. The successfulness of it, I believe DC was the most successful. I'm not so sure about the other two, but I know that at the
Yeah,
least we had boots on the ground, National Guard boots.
yeah.
Come on.
I'm curious about the Portland thing, but
Yep. Let me know what you find. I'll keep reading this article, but I am also curious, and the fans are also probably curious.
yeah. But I mean, I
Uh,
don't think any of those things are illegal. I mean,
I think if they're
I don't know.
illegal, there's no way that would actually have happened. It probably would
Yeah.
have been put a stop to. It wouldn't have made it as far as it did if it was actually illegal. If that's what they're referring to. Trump also suggested the U.S. Defense Secretary and U.S. Defense Attorney General were looking into the matter. Suggested that they were. The video by the Democrats, which was shared by Michigan Senator Elisa Slotkin, features Senator Mark Kelly and Representatives Chris DeLuzio, Maggie Goodlander, Chrissy Holuhana, and Jason Crow. That's Jason Crow. That's a cool name. In it, Kelly, who served in the Navy and is a former astronaut, says, "quote Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders. This administration is pitting our uniformed military and intelligence community professionals against American citizens." The video says. Like us, you all swore an oath to protect and defend the Constitution. Right now, the threats are coming to the Constitution aren't just from abroad, but are right here at home. End quote. That's when Trump reacted to the video with a series of irate Truth Social posts on Thursday. Each one of these traitors to our country should be arrested and put on trial. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. End quote. and another message, he says, an example must be set. That is also when he was saying that it's traitorous behavior and reposted the thing about hanging them. So, yeah, I don't know exactly what they're referring to, but like, I don't think that that's an appropriate response from the president.
No, he's really gotta watch it.
I mean, it's kind of humorous if he meant it more humorous, but the facts, it seems serious. It seemed serious. It seemed like he was frustrated, and that was a serious thing that he was saying.
Yeah.
From what I've
I do
gathered.
understand the concerns though from like, a political standpoint, um, having resentment towards anyone telling the military to refuse orders.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I do understand the other perspective of like how, taking orders can be unethical, but I mean, it's not being specific. At least at this article, I don't know if there are any other articles that explain it more in detail what they were in what that was in response to. But
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was in response to directly either. Like what they're referring to. Did you find anything on
yeah,
Portland?
yeah, it says that um, he attempted to send the National Guard in late September, but it was prevented by it says a series of federal court orders and legal challenges from the state of Oregon and the city of Portland. He really wanted to do it, and he tried, and also there were, it says, protests outside ICE facilities, and they all just like Oregon and Portland blocked Trump from doing that.
Dang. Yeah. So he tried, but protesters. Protesting what though?
Yeah.
I'm going to protest you guys trying to put it stop to crime.
I mean, Portland's a dump.
Portland is a
I
dump, I will say. A majority of Portland. There are some nicer areas. Like there's inner
I mean,
city
yeah, it's not
communities,
100
but
mostly.
majority of it just is not a good place. Not a safe place.
No, no, I would never live in Portland.
No, I've been up there a few times. Yeah.
I'd be
Um.
hesitant just to visit Portland.
Yeah. I get robbed. Um. Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson said that, quote, the words that the president chose are not the ones I would use. Yeah, yeah. And defended Trump, saying he was simply, quote, defining the crime of treason. I mean, yes, he just technically, yeah, but I don't know. The way he did it was a little bit odd.
I think he's acknowledging that though.
Yeah, I think
Like,
Trump also is acknowledging that, yeah. Or do you mean Mike? Mike Johnson.
I was talking about Mike, but
Yes. The words that the president chose are not the ones I would use. Yeah, same. Hang them high or whatever he didn't say that, but he reposted it, which is like around that same time, which is definitely intentional. Oh, and Johnson also called the Democrats' video wildly inappropriate and very dangerous, which I also agree with because it could very easily be misinterpreted to, hey, don't listen to people, just don't follow orders in the military. Asked on Friday if Trump had a responsibility to tone down hostility in U.S. politics, Johnson said, quote, I don't think you can put the blame on the president for any of that. The rhetoric is heated all the way around. That's also very fair. Mike Johnson is making some he is PR. He does not need more PR training, clearly. He's got it nailed down. Because, yeah, all the way across the board, I would say it is pretty heated, the rhetoric, for sure.
yeah.
Quote, they are literally saying to 1.3 million active duty service members to defy the chain of command, not to follow lawful orders. Leavitt added, it perhaps is punishable by law. Exactly. The 6 Democrat lawmakers said in a joint statement, quote, no threat, intimidation, or call to violence will deter us from that sacred obligation. Oh, they doubled down. Okay. So, yeah, the Democratic people who made the video just all made another statement and just said, hey, you're not going to threaten to intimidate us to stop telling people that. I don't know. That was kind of sad to see because I feel like if anything, they could have been like, oh, yeah, we weren't trying to say that you should defy legal orders. We were just saying in some rare cases. But no, they were like, no, you're not going to shut us up. Let me see what else it says here. It says, since World War II, many members of the U.S. military have embraced the, quote, duty to disobey, refusing to carry out an order that is unlawful. And the idea is being discussed more in the civilian realm as Trump's deployments of National Guard troops to U.S. cities face legal challenges. Under the U.S. Military Code of Justice, a member of the armed service can refuse to follow a, quote, patently illegal order, such as one that directs the commission of a crime, or one that goes against the U.S. Constitution, which service members swear to uphold when they join the military. So the Democrats were right in the sense that they can decline or they can refuse specific orders if the orders are explicitly illegal. Good.
Yeah, or unconstitutional.
Yes, or unconstitutional. Um, leaders in
I
the
don't know
U.S.
what's been like recently done.
Yeah, I don't
Ever
know.
since the recurring stuff.
Yeah, the only thing I could speculate is just the ICE stuff, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
Yep. Apparently, the article kind of trails off. Mentions a few other very random statistics. Apparently, the SWAT team has been getting a lot more prank calls. Trump called Congresswoman Maori Taylor Greene wacky and a traitor, and her son received a death threat.
Not
Yeah. So the article kind of trails off, but what's your take on? I mean, obviously you've kind of said briefly, but what's your take on the Democrats' video and Trump's response, and then the Democrats' response to Trump?
I mean, I'd probably like, you know, I mean, like, it would make sense, to be, backing the Democrats' statement if like there was more validity to what they're saying.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it's no surprise that they're gonna just make that comment. I mean, a lot of them are, believe that deporting illegal immigrants and sending National Guard to tackle the high crime is wrong or illegal, and I mean, not.
No.
So there's potential for overreach, but I'm not really seeing that right now.
Yes. My take on it,
So
I don't think that the Democrats were necessarily in the wrong because they didn't like incite violence, but I do think it was kind
yeah,
of unnecessary, and I think it could be misinterpreted pretty easily into just defy orders. But I also think Trump's response was a little bit immature.
you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah,
That was
they should
not
just let Mike
smart.
Johnson handle it. Honestly, Mike Johnson handled it pretty well with his statement. He pretty much summed up my take, which is it's pretty heated on both sides. The rhetoric is, and I would not have chosen those words.
No, me neither.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the next article. This comes from I can't tell if it comes from Politico or MSN News. Either way, headline: Trump, Mamdani make love, not war. Story by Nick Risman and Joe Antua. A high-stakes White House meeting between President Donald Trump and Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani turned into a love fest, with both men heaping populist praise on each other. Why did
You
they
good?
choose? Yes, I'm good. I don't understand. That's an interesting choice of words. Turned into a love fest. I don't know.
Yeah.
I watched part of it. I don't know if that's exactly what I would call it. It just seemed like a pretty basic meeting, but I guess it was a love fest, with both men heaping populist praise on each other for pursuing ways to address the cost of living. Mamdani, a 34-year-old Democratic Socialist. I believe we talked about him last week, maybe a week before last.
Yes.
Either way, we've talked
Um,
about him on the past.
Yeah.
One of the weeks.
Is it the last one or the one before?
If you're interested in our more detailed opinion on Mamdani and him winning the mayoral election in New York City, go watch that episode. We go into a bit more detail talking about our opinion, that type of stuff. Okay, let's see here. He is a 34-year-old Democratic Socialist and needed to avoid the Republican president during the might of the federal government to cut New York City's aid or send in the National Guard. Trump allies wanted the president to show he would prevent the Big Apple from being bankrupted by socialism. But Mamdani appeared, at least for the time being, to neutralize those threats during the closed-door meeting. This article is very poorly written. I'm just gonna say it right now. This is very, very poorly written. Behind the closed doors meeting, by sticking to a strategy of staying laser focused on issues of affordability, according to a top aide who sat in on the talk. After they emerged from the private meeting, Trump even told reporters that Mamdani had played up their unlikely political similarities. Mamdani said, quote, said a lot of my voters.
Wait, that is poorly written.
This is so poorly written. They put the quotation
the-
on the outside of said. Did
Wrong.
AI write this?
Yeah.
Dude? Holy cow. I'm like losing my mind reading this right now. Shame on whoever wrote this.
Mamdani said a lot of my voters actually voted for.
Dude, this is blowing my mind. I'm like, apologies to the viewers, because this is not our fault. I'm trying to follow it, but it's just not well written. Mamdani
Dude,
said,
whoever wrote this needs to be fired.
yes. Mamdani said, quote, it says, okay, Mamdani said, quote, a lot of my voters actually voted for him. Said, okay, I'm going to pull this up. I
Said a
want
lot
the
of my-
viewers to see this. If you're on YouTube, you can see this right now, okay?
Wait, Mamdani said a lot of my voters actually vote for him. Said the evidently please. Wait. What? Wait, who said it? Mamdani or Trump?
Dude, I'm actually losing my mind right now. I don't.
Wait, that's so confusing.
Okay, somebody said that a lot of their voters voted for the other
One
person.
of the two.
I don't know who, because this article is horribly written. My apologies for not proofreading.
It obviously makes more sense for Mamdani saying that because it says voted, and a lot of my voters voted for him, indicating that
That's true, because Mamdani, yeah. Well,
voted for him meaning, the past one, obviously. So, but that's so
well, no,
weird.
both
Said
of
the
them would be
evidence.
passed now, so it could go either way.
Oh, yeah,
'cause
actually, right.
both of the elections are passed, so it really
I don't
could
know.
go either direction. It could be either of them. Anyway, my apologies to the viewer. I should have proofread this and shamed them privately instead of having to do this publicly. But shame on whoever wrote this. MSN, whoever's hiring these writers, my goodness. The meeting was dominated. A point that elicited a grin from the president behind the resolute desk. Oh my goodness. What is this terminology? The meeting was dominated by presidential compliments for Mamdani's Upstart campaign, a focus on blue-collar people, and Trump's interest in helping enact aspects of the new mayor's agenda, like an expansion of much-needed housing. Quote, "We had some interesting conversation, and some of his ideas are the same ideas I have," end quote, Trump said. The new word is affordability. That's a quote from Trump as well. This article also links the entire meeting. It's about 30 minutes long. You guys could probably look that up on YouTube. We're not going to watch it. It's on YouTube or wherever. I guess you can watch your videos. It's a 30-minute meeting. They televise the whole thing, apparently. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys as the viewers, go ahead and check that out. I urge you to. That's one of the things we want to kind of advocate for on this podcast is, yes, come to us for our news or for news and our opinions, but don't only take our opinions or our word as the news. We do your own research. That's a very valuable thing this day and age, is to do your own research, get your own facts, do it all like that. Don't take pure facts as from anyone. Just do your own research. We strongly urge all of our viewers to do
Yeah,
so.
do a lot of it too.
Yes, read articles, read books, etc.
Yeah, read books, honestly.
Yeah, both, all of them, everything. Just read. Get off TikTok. Stop listening to the podcast right now and go read a book. Go read 10 books and then come back and listen to the podcast.
10 books.
10 books, yeah. I'm just
10
joking.
books.
I'm just joking. Finish the podcast first, then read 10 books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then watch our podcast again next week. Okay. The meeting between two leading populist avatars operating from different ends of the political spectrum arrived as affordability has become a crucial watchword for campaigns. The president, struggling to get costs down, has begrudgingly returned to focusing on pocketbook concerns after his popularity began to suffer. Mamdani, who is viewed with deep skepticism by New York City's powerful business leaders, has tried to demonstrate he will not upend an economy that is heavily reliant on real estate and Wall Street. Yet the two New Yorkers share similarities. Both men launched their electoral careers amid low expectations from establishment party leaders. They have an instinctive feel for their political bases and the concerns of their ardent supporters, and they understand how to leverage social media in a digital campaigning age. Very true, very true. Yet the two Trump, though, appeared to go beyond simply agreeing with the mayor on broad issues. He was practically smitten by the Queen's State Assembly member, who was a virtual unknown a year ago. Quote, "We had a meeting today that actually surprised me," end quote, Trump told reporters during the extraordinary public portion of the get-together. Indeed, the interaction between Mamdani and the voluble president shocked the political world. It was a surreal scene. The president, who belittled Mamdani as, quote, "my little communist," end quote. I didn't know he said that. That's kind of funny. I did. And the incoming New York City mayor, who blasted Trump on his election night victory speech as a fascist, smiling together, occasionally patting each other on the elbow. Quote, "I think the mayor is going to be doing some things that are really great," end quote, Trump said. The president marveled at the interest, too, musing at one point, quote, "The press has eaten this thing up. For some reason, the press has found this to be a very interesting meeting. The biggest people from all over the world come here. Nobody cares," end quote. Mamdani insisted they both share the goal of addressing the cost of living to help, quote, "working class people and in a deeply expensive city." Very true, very true. New York is deeply expensive.
Yeah.
Mamdani, quote, "What we're looking to do is put those people right back at the heart of our politics," end quote, he said, referring to Mamdani, said that. Papering over their deep differences on crime, immigration, and Israel underscored the political imperative to address rising costs Former Trump House advisor Steve Bannon told. Oh, it is political. So it's Politico magazine is who gave this article. Never using them again. And also, I don't know how much of this is honestly trustworthy after that major mess up earlier in the article. I would assume it's mostly facts, but I would take some of this as speculation, and it's not our speculation, it's the articles. I'm simply reading the article. So some of these adjectives and whatnot, I would say we do not claim. We as the Fight for Liberty, the Crusade of Freedom. One Trump administration official who requested to be anonymous to discuss the president's thinking said the meeting was, quote, more normal than not. All right. I think making this about who charmed who is a mistake, the official said. One-on-one, the president is a reasonable guy who loves the city. Frankly, they both can be charming. All right. More people gave their input, but I mean, Trump said, I met with a man who is a very rational person. That's what he, in terms of Mamdani. Trump surprisingly came to the defense of Mamdani at some points, insisting that the city's first Muslim mayor is not a, quote, jihadist, as Trump ally representative somebody had labeled him. And then he said, we all want New York City to succeed. There you go. What are your thoughts on this, Alfie, the meeting?
I think it's interesting. I wonder if Mamdani's turning Trump into a socialist.
I hope not.
No, I'm just kidding. But
That would be.
Comrade Trump.
That would not be. That was not on my bingo card or whatever they say.
His next appearance, he's like in a Soviet uniform, military uniform.
He's got the Stalin mustache. He grew it out.
Yes. He's just speaking Russian.
Yeah, he's just fluent Russian. He's got a translator. The translator is Mamdani.
I mean, okay, all joking aside though, I think there are, genuine concerns from both common concerns from both sides. Like the article mentioned, affordability, cost of living, housing. I don't know if it mentioned housing, but that's one that's definitely needed to be addressed. So
did not mention it, but
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm skeptical of the socialists. I'm not gonna lie, but there, could be some common ground potentially.
I'm also skeptical. I agree. I'm also skeptical in that regard. But I do like to see unity. I'd rather them find some common ground and agree on certain topics than hate each other. Personally, I think there's already so much of that, like what we were just talking about, where there's heated rhetoric from all sides. And I think meeting in person and actually sharing some things would be a good way to just find some common ground and, do what they did. I do think it could. I know you said it jokingly, but I do think it could happen where one way or the other, maybe they find too much common ground, and either Trump starts leaning more socialist, or maybe Mamdani starts leaning more towards Trump. Maybe they find. That could happen. It's just speculation. We'll see. Only time will tell. Clearly, I do like to see the unity, though. I think that's pretty positive. Even though I hope they still disagree on some things, because if they don't disagree on some things, then Trump is a socialist. But the fact that they are able, yeah,
MAGA.
Yes, goes to his next meeting with a MAGA hat on. That would be crazy. Trump 2028 or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I
I
don't know what to take from this yet.
hopefully
I mean, this
it's
happened today. This is
that's
what are
true.
we? This November 21st. This is when it's being recorded, and that's also when it happened today,
Yes,
or
yes.
happened. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what to take from this. I'm, not trusting of socialists, to be honest with you. But I
Neither
mean,
am I. Neither am I. I hope all that occurred in this meeting was them putting their differences aside and finding common ground. And I hope that that's all it is. And I hope it's not like a conversion of sorts from one way or the other. Well,
maybe
I, I mean, I'd rather
maybe he'll.
I'd rather Mamdani go MAGA than Trump go socialist, personally.
Well, yeah,
For I mean, obviously.
yeah. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, I maybe he'll back down Mamdani on some of his aggression in his attitude, because I do think like it almost seems like he just wants to like destroy the market and kind of
It
make
does.
his own planned economy in New York. I mean the government run grocery store things that
That
just
was
cannot
concerning.
happen.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Maybe
I don't
Trump
know.
will
Maybe
mentor
it's
him.
more of a cooperation. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
a
Trump.
mentor. He takes a
Totally.
class.
Yeah. Yeah. They become best. They become golfing buddies. That would be cool. Become golfing buddies. Trump's like, I'm kind of rich. Let me teach you a thing or two about money, huh? I don't know. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I mean, I think that's. I mean, I'm in
another comment.
agreement. Yeah. I'm in agreement with what you said. Hopefully, it goes good. Let's see. Looking at the time, about 37 minutes. That's not bad. It's a pretty good length.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be a
Think
good
we
time
could
to call it.
have fun. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to write in and say something so we can talk to you on the podcast, by responding to you. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, YouTube, Spotify. We have Discord. I think we have Instagram. All the social medias that we have, I will link below on YouTube and Spotify. I think that's it. Thank you for watching. See you
Goodbye.
next week or whenever we do a thing again. If we miss
The
it next
next time.
week. Yeah, next time. Next time. We'll say that. Goodbye.
Yes, yes.
Craig left.